Have you ever felt that, I don't know the one that is doing these things? Have I ever experienced the one? So I thought I would take you on a deeper pilgrimage with this thing that we are calling, Who Are You? So we start the slideshow on Who Are You? Do you accept this statement? Do you accept it? Or is it just, okay, Christ said I'm the light, but he said so many things. And so it goes over your head and you don't even think about it. Why did he call me the light? What's the meaning to be the light? And have I ever tried to go into my own heart and see whether what he says is the truth, whether I agree with him, whether I don't agree with him, what is the church and the culture and everything taught me that has forced me to put a blanket under what he says. He says I'm the light, but the world says no, your mother says no, your father says no, your uncle says no, no, you're not the light, you're not. You have to become the light. And so you and I, like idiots, are spending years to become what we already are. So we are going to I'm not going to give you the answer. You have to experience the answer within yourself. Otherwise this will be another thing that somebody has told you, and so it will be another layer of, it will not be the truth to you. The journey of spirituality is coming to grips with the truth yourself. All I'm giving you is the truth as I know it. And so, if I give you the truth as I know it, then it will always remain somebody else's truth, but not yours. Then the whole thing flops again. It will be like a big book in your memory, and one more page is added to it and the book is closed. Okay, nice, huh? What he said is good. Boom, it goes into the archives of your memories and remains there. It was good. Your homily was good, Father. I know, but in my heart I say, are you going to take it to heart, or is it one more page in your memory book? So, who are you if you get into this, that you are the light, or you find out for yourself? This is what Jesus says about you. You may be finding out something else that you want to touch. We all belong to the light. Again, it is what Christ says. You are the light and you have overcome the darkness. No one puts the light under the bushel. We not only are the light. What is the meaning of to say we belong to the light? Yeah.
I think that God is we're all part of God, and
Yeah.
and
So we
it's all
belong to
inside.
Him. So just as a dog belongs to the owner, we belong to something which is the light. Now, I would like you to understand that the light that I am talking about is not this. The light that we are talking about is not the brightness of the sun. It's not the glowing of the moon. The light, I cannot explain to you what is the meaning of the light. It has got so many interpretations, the light. The light means, so here you are, living a certain kind of a life, believing that that's the life that you should lead. And so you lead the life, you lead that life. And then suddenly by mistake, you decide to make a change in that light, in that life that you are leading. and you adopt another way of living, then you say, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this for so long? Then you say, yeah, for so long I was in the dark, now I'm in the light. Understood? So that's what that's the meaning of the light. A certain glow in your mind which says, aha, that's what I accept. That's what the truth. Okay, you can also close this door. That's the truth. That's what I accept. That's what I know. So we belong to the light because we have overcome the darkness. Next one. Here we have, but just as the Father raises the dead and gives life, so also does the Son give life to whoever is missing. So what's the meaning of the light now in the light of this? As you read this, what the third slide telling you about the light?
I think of it as love and the love that you can give to people
Mhm.
helps them see their own light.
Yeah. Is the love? What else? What does this statement say? For just as the Father raised the dead and gives life, so also does the Son give life to whomever He wishes. Light means life. Your life is a light. Your life is a light. So what does the Father do? He raises the dead. He takes off the darkness. He takes off the dead things to you. And so, as I said in that story that I told you, you give up certain things and you discover something else. So you raise the dead and you give up new life. So the Father in our life, therefore, is constantly taking out the dead skin so that the new skin may come out. Dead skin, new skin, dead skin. So He gives life. So also the Son gives life to whomever wishes. Who is the Son? The Son is you. The Son is you. The Son is you. You now decide to give the light to those who are dead. To those who are dead, who are just living moment to moment, who are just living, overcoming the day-to-day struggles, who are just living in constant pain or suffering or misunderstanding or disappointment, getting deep into darkness. We are called to look at them and say, today I went to the dentist, and so there was a new lady there who cleaning the teeth. And then I had to put a new tooth and also. So I said, you're new, you're here. So we are talking. And then she started telling me, doing the thing and telling me her life story, that she's divorced and she's this and she's that. She got one son in college and this and that. So at the end I thanked her and all. And so I asked her, you know why I came here? She says, you came to do your teeth. I said, no, that's by the way. So because wherever I go to give the love of God silently to all those around. And she kissed me, she said, I knew something was different about you. I knew something was different about you. I knew. And then I had to go to the next dentist to put the crown. And then she came there and she said, thank you very much. So that is the light. That is the light. So here, if we can decide every day to give, to be the bearer of light wherever you are, just silently sitting down there, and she is doing all your teeth, and all that you are doing is give love to her and to all those who are around. That's our mission on this earth. The rest is all play. The rest has no meaning at all. Rather than say, why have I come? Well, I said, of course I came for my tooth. tooth is just an excuse given to me by God because He wants me to come and sit down on this chair and give love to these people. What am I doing right now?
Giving us love.
The giving of the class is just an excuse. The real thing is to give the love and let it go and let it work its wonders. So that's called being the light. That's called being the light. Or I can say, I'm having a class. Or that's what I tell every people, we're having a spirituality class. But deep inside, the real thing is, you have been sent in my circle so that my love can go to you, and I'm sending you out so that you can give the light to those whom you meet. And so the light keeps on spreading, rather than see the TV and live in darkness. Listen to the tweets of so and so and so and so and so and so. No, we are not called to be like the rest, and it doesn't make sense at all.
Father, that gives us different meaning because, in my mind, it's kind of like open it up because I was thinking, so also does the Son. I was thinking about only Jesus Christ who gives life to whoever He wishes.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, well, if He don't wish to give us life, then we're not going, well, not getting a grace. But the way you explain it, it's just good.
I'll tell you another thing. We have some of the denominations of Christianity, they speak about the second coming of Christ. Even sometimes we also say, Christ has died, Christ has risen, Christ will come again. When will He come again? He'll come again when you decide to become the Christ. He has come again. Oh, otherwise you keep on waiting till thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. You don't reach anywhere. Christ has come as Jerry Christ. Christ will come as Korean Christ. When Jerry can at last can finally say, I don't care if people call me Jerry or not. I'm not a Jerry that was born. I'm not a Jerry that went. I'm a different Jerry. Then the whole thing turns. Then you become Christ has died, Christ has risen, Christ will come again. And then you can be able to tell yourself, as far as I'm concerned, He is in me. St. Paul says the same thing. I now no longer live, Christ lives in me. That means the second coming happened to St. Paul when he said that. So there is no second coming like the other denominations. They are waiting for the second coming. We don't wait. He's already, the day I say I accept Him totally in my life, He has come the second time. So, to spread the light, therefore we make use of everything. We make all our holidays into holy days. Because most of the holidays that we have, they end up in pain. So much of our holidays. We have Thanksgiving, the whole family gets together, but after the Thanksgiving is over, you know what she said? Why did she do that? So most of our holidays, and so holidays become a trigger for darkness. We go all together. Let's all go to India and have good fun and all. On the way to India, you know what she did. Yeah. Why are you acting so cold? You asking us why we are acting cold? You ask yourself. So holidays become you pushing away from the family rejecting you, and maybe finally you end up becoming a family of one. How do we do that? So, but unless you really decide, I will be the light to my sister, I will be the light to my brother. And in case I cannot keep the light on, then I require. So, you remember the story of the 10 bridesmaids. They went to the wedding. 5 of them had the lamps lit. The other 5 didn't have lamps lit. So sometimes we could be the ones who have the lamps lit, or we could be the ones who our lamps have gone off. There's no more light left. So we have to go and recharge ourselves. So that's why we have to take time out from our relatives. We have to take time out from our friends. We have to take time out from from our priest and from our religion and from everything. Time out. And put yourself, as I said so often, put yourself into a spiritual ICU. Then regain, let the light flicker and flicker and flicker. Then when you have the bright light burning, then you go back. Then you are in a mode of transferring your light to the other. Instead of allowing the darkness of the other, put it off. So now first there was only one person who was dark, now you have allowed the darkness of the other person to put you off, so now double darkness. So both are banging their heads in the dark. So you may end up being a family of one. Rather than, if you remain in the same background of telling yourself, you know what, my relatives are all ready. I don't know why I was born in this family. I don't know. But I have to keep up the pretense of having a happy family life. So that is more exhausting, that is more painful. Take time out from everyone. You may have to take, sometimes I advise even married people who have this famous antagonism going on. Instead of getting this, I tell them, take time out, separation of bed and board for 1 week, 2 weeks, and take the children and be with the kids, and come back as a loving couple when your strength is regained. When your strength is regained. So we have to learn to take the time out when we find that our light is flickering, the winds are blowing very hard. Instead of doing all that, take the light into a room where it will glow once again and get its strength back. The light wants you. The light wants you. What is the light? The light that we are talking, the life, let me see. So, let me explain to you what is light. Light is life. So far you got it? Light is life. Life is consciousness. So far you got it? Consciousness is divided into two. The consciousness that we have right now, and we also have the subconscious. All these things are what I would like to call, is the field. What is the field? If you see a magnet, okay? So magnet, it has an attractive power to a certain distance. So this magnet may attract this. So it has got a field. This is called the field of magnetism. And anything within that field, it attracts. Our consciousness, subconsciousness, life is a field. It is a field. And so if it is a field, all our thoughts, all our words, all our actions go into the field and come out of the field. Everything in this world goes into this field. as it goes into the field takes it in and releases it out again. So my dear friends, remember some time back I taught you the story of the pebbles thrown into the pond. The pond is the field of consciousness. The pebble are your thoughts, words and actions that go into the field. So, it goes into the field means it goes into life. My dear friend, it goes into God and it comes back. That is God. Try to adjust to that. If you get to that, this consciousness, life, what is life? What is life? I don't know. I really don't know what is life. We can only say, for example, what is electricity? I don't know. But I know the effects that lights comes on because the effects. So we know the effects. We don't know God, but we know the effects. We don't know consciousness, but we know the effects. We don't know life, but we know the effects. So spirituality is looking at the effects and saying there is a field from which all these things come from and I am part of the field. Therefore, if this field is light, so am I. So am I. So, being in the light is just a matter of exposing yourself to the light, exposing yourself to life, exposing yourself to consciousness, exposing yourself.
It's like being solar, right? It's like being a solar panel.
Being
Being like a solar panel, like on your roof, right?
Yeah.
Because you get light,
Yeah.
and then you can give that out.
automatically. So you're in the field of light. But if you're not there, and if you're not conscious of that, you're dead. There's no meaning at all in that. But rather, I'm in the light, I'm in the sun, I'm the solar panel, beautiful analogy, and therefore all I can do is give light to the whole house. Who's stopping you from doing that? Only you. Only you. The solar panel can say, I'm not a solar panel. Okay, so what? So let's move on. So, the light is just willing to serve you. That means this field is at your disposal. Once you know that you can manipulate the field, and that's the meaning of the word. That's the meaning of the word. No prayer goes unanswered. No prayer goes unanswered because it goes to the field. From the field, the answer comes. Whatever you gave to the field. But there are other things that sometimes we don't give. We ask, but we don't know how to ask. So, for example, we pray for the health of someone. So, why do you pray for the health of someone? Why? Because you're afraid of losing them. So your prayer is based on fear. Fear. And so it will be fearful again. You'll get fear coming to you every now and then, every now and then, every now and then, every now and then. And what is your prayer based? If your prayer is based on, so for example, when that guy came, he came to Jesus and he says, my daughter is about to die, and Jesus said, I'm not coming. So he says, okay, no need to come. Just Say the word and this will be here. I know you can do it. So he came knowing that I will have life for my girl. I'm not afraid of her dying. So we pray from fear. Please don't do this to my daughter. Please give her a good husband. You're afraid she'll get a bad husband. So she gets a bad husband and then she says, all my prayer went to the dogs. So on what is your prayer based? That is what goes into the field. The field that I said is consciousness, etc. So to get the light to shine, you have to heal the core wounds of unworthiness. Unworthiness, yes.
Father Nelson, how do I help heal the wounds of unworthiness of someone I love?
First of all, you can never heal the wounds of others. Till you have really healed yourself. Then the healing from you will get into the field and bring around healing to whoever it happens. You were not here when I told them the story.
Oh.
So today I went to the dentist.
Oh, I came in at the end of that.
Yeah, correct. So what did I do? I told the dentist. She
I'm
said,
not here for my tooth. Yeah.
I'm not come here to chew my tooth. I came here because I came here to give you love. You know, and this I learned from my mother at a very young age. So my mom, she was a severe diabetic. She was in and out of hospital, So till all the nurses and everybody in that hospital knew her. And so she, instead of lying down on her bed, she used to go to all the other beds there and make them laugh and joke and have good fun and all. So she's saying, and when she said, okay, Nelson, I'm going to the hospital. I said, you're sick? No, God is telling me to make them happy. God is telling me to go to the hospital to make them happy. And you'll believe it or not, whenever she went to see the doctor, she made a special jar of sauce or curry or something to give to the doctor. So who knows, people usually don't give doctors anything, I will give them something. So I went to the dentist to give them love. And why am I here? Same reason. So if you can find that reason, then there will be no need to pray. This becomes a living, walking prayer without saying, you know, I'm a good person, so God will hear my prayer. No, some people come to me and say, Father, will you pray for me? I said, will you pray for my this? I said, for what? See, because you have a direct line to heaven. So I paid a bigger price, I do not know. So, healing the core wounds of unworthiness. As long as you think of yourself as less than the infinite Son of God, you are considering yourself unworthy of being God's child. You know, here you have this is the Son who was obedient to the Father. The rest of us are the prodigal sons. Tell the Father, I don't want the light, I don't want to live in the palace, I don't want good food, I don't want, I will make my own future, bye Daddy. So which son are you? Heal the core wounds of fun. Finally the sons, what did the son? He goes and tells his father, I'm unworthy to be even your least. And with that, the acceptance of that made the tears of the father fall on his head. and cleaned him of his unworthiness. Let's have a ball, says the father. So, you can decide which son you wish to be. The son that his son became Christ, obedient unto death of the cross. Prodigal son was disobedient idiot. So, this therefore should be telling us to get into the field of consciousness, field of light, field of the subconscious, get into the field, and the field is everywhere, which means get into God. And you get rid of being an unworthy child of God by again moving away from doing and moving into being. Over and over again, this Lenten practice, I'm telling all my parishioners every time, move out from the doing, and ask who is the one who is doing it. Get in touch with that. And for that, you have to be still, at least for 15, 20, half an hour. And it's a beautiful, just still, without a goal. You know, the ego will tell you, you're doing nothing, come on, go and have breakfast. Come on, just move. Come on, put on the TV. Come on, do something. It doesn't want you to touch your life. It doesn't want you to be the light. It wants you to live in darkness so that it can dominate you and take you where it wants you to go. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that you are in the field. You are close consciousness, your life, you're the subconscious, you are in the field. The field doesn't do anything, just takes and sends out. So meditation, I think, whether you are doing or not, but it is something you must try to do on a more and more gentler basis, on a more and more relaxed basis, on a more and more, I'm going to sit with myself and I'm going to touch who I am. So, speaking to some people, I tell them, I don't know if I told you also, never search for God. Never try to understand God. Never pray to God. Never, until you have found out who it is that wants to do that. Then you can tell God, here comes before you so and so. But you have to begin from there. I think I told you that. You have to begin to teach your children nothing about God. Begin to teach your children that they have something more than the body vibrating in their being. There is something besides the body. And then they will say, now what do I do with that? Then the catechesis begins. You don't search for God. You'll never find Him. And so many people out of despair say, okay, God. But if you tell them, what's the difference between a dead person and a live person? What makes you say this? What makes you say, get them into contact that they are not the body, or they are infinitely more than they ever dreamed themselves to be. And in that they will say, let's start a new life. Life does everything for you. There's no need for you to do anything at all. It sends you to the dentist, it brings you back, it gives you water to drink, it brings people into your class. All it does, it keeps you still. You learn to be alone and yet fulfilled. You learn that you're not here to please others. How much we suffer from this desire to please others. You are not here to please others. You're here to give them the light, but not to please them. To please others means to elevate their ego and to put down your ego, or vice versa. In one of these aspects, there is resentment, there is a competition, there is a burden laid on everyone. So let us move out from there. You're not, so much of our life is spent in pleasing others. In pleasing others. If you see, just even the normal things, normal things. Why do I trim my nails? Okay, if it is okay, then okay. But so many people, they put a green light and then they put a red one and then they put a blue one, and within 3 days they take it off and they put another one. So whom are you trying to please? What are you trying to do? So these are the things we have to answer ourselves. When you do all that, your mind opens to the true wisdom and your awakened heart loves you. Your awakened heart is made to love you, and it loves you through the whole process, never going backwards. So the setup is the 100 desires that we have. Desires. Desires made up of needs. This is darkness. All our needs take us into darkness. All our wants take us into darkness. All our desires take us into darkness. We have no needs, we have no wants, we have no desires. Wow! We have no needs, we have no wants, we have no desires. Everything is catered to us. Everything is catered to us. We don't have to play the game of hide and seek with anyone. So whenever you have a desire creeping up, remember, it's an ambushed attack. Something is an ambush waiting to stab you and take away your individuality and take away your freedom. So how long are we going to live with a blind desire governing our life? And as you go into this meditation that I am suggesting to you over and over again, be in contact with what are the desires that come. So let us see what desires come. So here you have, I'm sitting down here and I'm meditating. What was the sound there? So what happened? What happened?
Distracted.
Hmm?
You were distracted.
No, what happened? Carrying on the same trend of thought.
You allowed yourself to be distracted.
Yeah, by having a desire to see what is there. So when you are doing this, praying to God, and then you have a desire. Some sound is there, what do you call it, distraction? I agree with that wholesale. So what if there is a distraction? Your desire to remain in meditation is feebler than the desire to break the meditation. So at the first drop of a hat, you broke it. So what was your desire? To break the meditation as soon as possible. So get in touch with that desire. Don't blame that noise over there. Tell yourself, my desire to meditate was not strong enough to overcome my desire to look at that noise. And so, let us take another desire. So, we had, as you came, there was some noise going on here. So Anna is the one who was making the noise. So Anna had a desire. The desire of Anna was, I must complete this work today. So she could not complete it within her hours. So she went home, finished all her other work, came back to complete the work. So she had a desire to complete the work. So she completed it. She did not allow anything to come in the way. So same thing with us. When we go into meditation and we sit down there, then you get restless. Just sit down with that restlessness and say, I'm giving in to the desire of being restless. I will not give in. I will enjoy the restlessness. And then your restlessness will cease. And then you will find yourself, another thought come. Oh yes, let's see CNN, yeah. I wonder whether Bernie Sanders got the votes or the other Sanders got the votes. Yeah. I hope see now you're shifted away from the meditation, and then you'll naturally go, okay, let's see the TV, and then after I finish that, I'll come back. So get in touch with the desire to break your meditation and go for a walk and come back. So these are the things that puts off the light that is in you. Nobody else can put it off. You put it off yourself. What is it in your life that you wish to be different? That's a great question. Especially in the season of length that we are talking. What is it that you wish to be different? Each of you can write your own story there. I want this to be different. I want that to. You believe that if you get what you want, you will feel good? That's the most, what should I say?
Fallacy. It's a fallacy.
Yeah, that's the biggest fallacy. It's taking you for a ride. Because how many things we got and we are still not feeling good? How many things we got? If you believe that if you get what you like, you feel good, no. You do not know how to feel the way you want to feel without certain things coming in your life. So you believe that if I get that, I will feel good. So why is that? Because you believe that to feel good, I need something from outside because it is not in me. So in meditation you learn to feel good with yourself and banish the things. So that's what we call give up the world and go into the bosom of your Father. Give up the world. And certain things going away from your life. This is spiritual hypnosis. So many of us are hypnotized. We live in that. If I get what I want, I'll be happy. How many? If you read the lives of celebrities, the singers and all. Sometimes there is one channel called Arts, 144 on the thing. And sometimes I watch that Arts and they show the lives of big singers, Johnny Cash and this and that, And at the end of it, they died of drugs. They died they thought if I sing a song and I get 1 million, what is that, Oscars or whatever, Academy Awards, and they get it. And their whole shelves are aligned with the gifts that they have. And they died a miserable death, waiting for something to happen, As St. Augustine said, our hearts were made for you, O God, and they will be restless until they rest in you. We cannot rest in any awards. We cannot rest in any amount of money. We cannot. You believe that if you get what you want, you'll feel good? No. You do not know how to feel the way without certain things coming in your life. So say, I don't want these certain things to come in my life. Whether they come or not, if they come, so be it. If they don't come, so be it. I will be satisfied with who I am, not with what I have. The whole world teaches that. So you get one car, you get a Lamborghini, you get a house, you get another house there, and you go for a vacation there, and you come back. All that. And certain things going away from your life. So what is that? If certain things, my gosh, I married this husband, he should move out from my life, then I'll be happy. oh my gosh, I got diabetes, the diabetes has to go, then I'll be happy. No, certain thing going away or certain thing coming into your life, do not. So you live in that hypnosis that, poor me, I'm not getting what I want. And poor me, what I like is being taken away from me. What to do? The light accepts you. Feel as you wish. Be as you wish. Feel it now. Feel the light. Feel that you are in the field. Feel that you are in the consciousness. Feel that you are one with your own subconscious. And there is no need, therefore, to wear black shoes or white shoes or green shoes, or to wear jeans or not to wear jeans. There's nothing. Come as you are. And you can only come as you are when you finally decide that there is nothing from outside that could make you better. There's nothing from inside that if it is taken away from you, will make you better. No, as you are. Be comfortable, as they say in English, be comfortable in your own skin. And don't try to put on other people's skin. No matter what occurs in your life. So this is again putting off the light. Do not tick off the list of wrongs in your life. I did this wrong, I did that wrong, I did that wrong, I did that wrong, I did that wrong. So therefore, no, it's finished. Or do not, no matter what occurs in your life, do not believe how much your life is messed up. It is not messed up. And if it is messed up, you have the thing not to carry on with the messed up life. Go and put it right and do a favor to yourself. Instead of living, there's a story in India, and there was a man, and that it was a heavy monsoon and all of those manholes that is full of all feces and everything of the whole town, that guy fell down. He fell down and he's there for 1 day, 2 days, because there was monsoon, nobody came there for a long time. He was there floating in that thing and not knowing how to come up. At last some kind person went and he said, "Can I take you out? Can I?" Saying, "No." Saying, "Why?" Saying, "You'll disturb the water." The water was up to here. He's saying, "You'll disturb the water because now it will enter my nose. Let it be there." Most of us spend our lives saying, "Let it be there. I am uncomfortable, but I can't bear the discomfort of becoming more uncomfortable. So let it be there." So much of, you will realize why some people are stuck in the same way. Stuck in the same way. You tell somebody, "Why can't you clean that desk? It will be there and something else will be piled and something else will be piled." Let it be, that's the way I want it, that's the way I am, that's the way, nothing can change, nothing can change, nothing can change. So believing that your life is messed up or question how your life is the way it is. Life is teaching you that even in tragedies, illness and pain, happiness, joy, freedom and unconditional love is totally and completely present in you. Even now Father Brennan is losing his sensation on his fingers and on his toes and all. Do you think love is absent? Is still full of unconditional love. But he can believe, "Oh my gosh, I'm suffering, what is God?" And then he makes life miserable for himself. So, life is teaching you, even in tragedies, illnesses and pain, happiness, joy, freedom is completely present in you. Do we accept that? That's the meaning of the word, "Into your hands I commend my spirit." That's the meaning. Into your hands I commend my spirit. I know that even there I'm on the cross, even though I'm spat upon, even though my whole body is racked with pain, every bone isn't quivering, but into your hands, into unconditional love, I give my spirit because I know it is present there. And that comes through meditation every day, every day, every day, every day. If there are some of you who wake up in the night at 4 o'clock, 4:30 and then spend the rest of the morning waiting for the sun to come, I would suggest that you just remain on your bed silently with yourself. With yourself. put your hand on your heart and say, all I'm doing right now is to pour love on so and so. Bring that person and pour love. On I'm so and so. And on so and so. All I'm doing right now is to forgive so and so and so and so. All I'm doing right now is to allow the love from my body like a magnetic field go out into the world. And then while you do all this thing, you will fall asleep or you will remain awake. But you have not wasted that time trying to fall asleep and cursing the pillow and listening to that advertisement, my pillow. Whole time that guy is telling us, my pillow, your pillow, my pillow, my pillow. So, getting it from there, in this way you can have love for yourself, joy in your heart, and feel completely free no matter how much pain you really are in. So spirituality doesn't take pain away from you, but it gives a meaning and a new way of looking at pain and knowing that the love and joy and freedom is still present in you. That's mind-boggling, which the world cannot give. When you're in deep illness, chaos, traumas, do not lose heart. Take courage. It needs you to change and not wait for things to change for you. There is a quotation, or I gave it again at one of the masters, I don't remember. Because now I'm saying so many masters, I don't remember what I do. So, it goes like this. We enter into life and we go on through life with a saying in our head. And I told them to change that saying. The saying is, the moment you are born, you begin to die. Okay? Because everyone has to die. And so we believe that. The moment I'm born, I begin to die. So, the moment you're born, you become, suppose you're going to live 100 years. So now you become 10. Oh my gosh, I got 90 years left. Then you become 20. Oh my God, 80 years left. Then now I'm 70. That means 5 years more. My God, terrible, terrible. So I'm waiting because to be born means to be born to die. During this Lent, I suggested, or I put it in a bulletin somewhere. I like this thought. So it goes like this. Instead of saying from the moment I'm born I'm going to die, from the moment I'm born, my body begins to heal itself over and over and over again. Wow. Then you're not concerned about having in the field of your mind, or having in the field of your consciousness, that death is inevitable. What is inevitable is the constant healing that is going on. So we have, for example, we have 50 trillion cells. There are 50 trillion cells in us. How are they managing? Every day, 1/3 of these cells are destroyed and go into the toilet, and another 1/3 are created with the food we eat. So there's a constant renewal of our body going down. Instead of saying, from the moment I'm born, my body is constantly renewing itself, what do we say? From the moment we are born, we are going to die. And so we get sick, we get this, we get that, we get that. With that one thought, we get all our illnesses. The body says, okay, you want to die? Okay, we'll get sick. I'll give you asthma. You want to die? Okay, what your mom said? Yeah, the moment you're born, you're going to die. Okay, I'll give you diabetes. Okay, and so the body obeys you. But if you teach your children and begin to have this song going on, this chorus of the song going on, from the moment I'm born, my body repairs and heals itself. And what will happen? That will therefore create the juice, your heart to pump in a different way. That will create your mind to think in a different way. That will send enzymes and hormones into the body, and the cell will say, hey! They'll jump with joy because you are the one who's bringing life to yourself just by knowing and just by saying the truth. The truth is, and that's the truth. Scientists are telling us. Well, I spoke to one doctor, I say it's true. Yeah, he's saying our bodies, and you know what he told me, another thing? He says the lining of the stomach, what was the lining of the stomach? I think he told me it changes, the full lining is changed every 3 days. Huh. Who does that? How does it happen? We have no clue of all these things, and yet we are saying, at the moment I'm born, I'm going to die. It's time therefore, not to listen to the world, but say, from the moment I'm born, my body heals and repairs and glorifies itself, and so that's the way I'm living. That's what meditation, I'm just going to sit here and let the truth seep in. Quit searching for the meaning. It's a trap. Searching for the meaning of what is going to happen. Instead, ask yourself, what do I need right now? What is it that the other person is not giving me? What do I need that I can give to myself? That's very important. So, what do I need right now? Nothing. What is it that the other person is not giving me? I don't want. I don't want. I'm not in need. So, if we look at the other person, if the other person would just smile at me, I would be so happy. So I'm waiting for a smile. We will wait for infinity, and so you're going to wait. So this is heart wisdom. Every moment is giving you exactly what you need. You cannot get more, you cannot get less. So what pulls you out of the light? That which pulls you into other people's experiences. What's the meaning of that?
Getting sucked into the drama.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Getting sucked into the drama. Great words.
Spoken with wisdom and experience.
Enlightenment.
Getting sucked into other people's drama. That what pulls you out of the light is that. I'm so glad she recognized that, and all of us have to recognize this. How easily do I get sucked into other people's lives, other people's dramas? No. And you get sucked into other people's dramas because you don't love yourself. So you're waiting to be sucked. But if you can stand your own ground, okay, that's a drama going on, and you laugh interiorly. Drama, okay. Doesn't make sense to me. You don't have to take on their pain in order to heal them. Wow. You don't have to take on their pain. You can be empathetic to them, but you need not take their pain on you. Because now you have two people who are in pain. So where is the one who can give the pain, who can relieve the pain? So you're the light traveling with their pain. Don't do that. Let their pain surrender to your light. You just wait and stay open. The light is a companion to pain. It is not taking the pain on itself. Can other people's victimhood, vengeance, anger, sadness lead you to step out of your light?
Only if you allow it though.
Yeah, and that's what's going on in this country. The division, each one is saying that one has to be changed, and this one is saying that one has to change, and this one is saying that is dividing the country, and they are dividing the country. Can other people's victimhood? So many people are victim, and they cry, I'm the victim, and then we say, yeah, poor thing, you're the victim. And then even I'm a victim. You're a mess. So, vengeance, anger, sadness lead you to step out of the light? Should it lead you to step out of the light? But it will take you out of the light till you are really anchored in yourself. That's why this whole lesson of today is not what you're going to do, but who you are and touching that. We keep space in our hearts for everyone. That is called being the light. We shower them with compassion. We set them up for success. You know what? There's a guy in our parish, his name is Ed Langan. Ed Langan, very nice, the humblest man I ever saw. He come for daily mass and all, but sometimes he's not been coming. He made it his life after his wife died, and I was present for his wife's death and all. And then he went to Skyview. You might be knowing him. You go to Skyview, anybody here? Okay. He goes to Skyview. And in Skyview, he met a guy called Dennis. Now, I also met Dennis. So Dennis is on a chair like this. He has not eaten anything for the past 12 to 13 years. Something goes here, he doesn't know the taste of food or water or drink. It is poured directly, so it goes tastelessly inside. He has not eaten food for 12 years. He's deaf and he's dumb. And all that Mr. Ed Langan for the past 8 years, or 7 to 8 years has been doing, is just sitting in front of him, keeping his hand on his this and saying, hi Dennis, you want some water, you want this, you want that. Father Nelson has come to see you. No response from that child. And yet after 1 year or 2 years, 3 years, a slight response started coming. He started lifting his hand like that. 2 weeks ago, Dennis died. And Ed came to me and he says, Father, Dennis died. So I said, how are you doing? Saying, I'm very happy because now he can taste whatever food he likes. I'm very happy because now he'll be able to see and hear and taste and talk. I'm very happy. He's released from everything. And he's telling me with the tears going down his throat. That Ed Langan is a saint. He's a saint. So we have saints around us if we really go to see. He spent 8 to 10 years taking care of someone whom he didn't know at all. On the whim of a thing, he made him his friend, that fellow became his friend. And so, first of all, always confined in his room, Ed used to take the special thing to bring him down, there's a lift and all, and talk to a man who doesn't talk, who can't hear, and be his friend. Come on. Yeah, no, it sounds like insanity. But this is called, we can shower them the compassion is shown. And that guy, Dennis, got the compassion that Ed Langan was showing him. We set them up for success. Who knows, but Dennis might have gone to heaven and said, hey God, come on now, let's get my friend up here. Who knows what he said. We show them how we wish to be treated by treating them lovingly. We keep space in our hearts for everyone. We do not judge, but move in alignment with them. We give them what they need, not what they want. That's why find out the difference there. Every response of ours is only a healing response, and their response in turn heals us. Must write this in letters of gold. I will send you this whole presentation in tomorrow's mail. So throughout your life, it asks you this question: are you courageous, discerning, decisive, compassionate, and still not be the character other people want you to be? Are you ready to turn away from those who wish to go in the opposite way? Are you ready for that? It requires terrible courage, terrible going against your... Are you willing to allow others to see you the way they see you, not as you wish to be seen? Do you see the light within you, or are you waiting for others to see it? Begin to see the light within you. Whether others see it or not, it doesn't matter. And so we are going therefore to enter into this 40 days of Lent. I wish you that these 40 days you take this whole thing and relive it and meditate on it and change your lives, so that these 40 days will be days in which you become the light of the world. You take this and sit down like this, far away, alone by yourself, with the trees and the bushes and all that, and get into a self-knowledge. There may be periods in your life, 40 days in the desert comes over and over again in your life. So there may be, you may be undergoing them now. Periods when people around you get sick, dependent or die. Father Brennan is sick, dependent on die. So I am having this 40 days of my thing going on ever since Father Brennan went there. I don't know the job. Somebody else is telling me this and somebody else is telling me that. Now the diocese is telling me this and diocese is telling me that. The money is running short. Suddenly I'm having, at this moment, my 40 days in the desert are going on with this. A bunch of them betray you. Wow. The same thing is happening to me. A bunch of them betrayed you. People are trying to take advantage of me, thinking I don't know certain things and doing certain things, and hoping I'll not club them down. So a bunch of them betray you. Many turn on you and blame you for no reason at all. Father, why is this thing there? Why you removed that? Why didn't you consult us? Why didn't you write this? Well, we heard that you're going to cancel one mass. Why? Recently, but I'm laughing at all that. I'm not pained at all. So recently, we used to have 8 o'clock mass on Ash Wednesday, noon mass, then another mass for Skyview, and 4 o'clock distribution of ashes, and 7:30 another mass. So I cancelled the 8 o'clock mass. Why? Why did you cancel the 8 o'clock mass, Father? That is the only mass I can come. Why did you cancel it? I said, then tell me which one to cancel. So, that's how people take advantage of you. They want all. So, thus you lose friends and you make yourself anew. Life is taking away the darkness to let the light be radiant. 40 days in the desert. This comes through our life many times. Sometimes it's a divorce, sometimes it's a death in the family, sometimes it's a loss in the job, sometimes it's a betrayal of something or the other. 40 days in the desert will strip you of all the reference points in your life. Suddenly you get a new reference point. And so the whole thing now is like everything that was going nice, smoothly, now is get another dimension of your existence. Unravel your ego. So when you're getting all this pain, it is time for yourself to say, I have to confront my ego. How do you do that? Confront your loneliness. I'm alone, I'm helpless, I can do nothing. Confront your confusion, confront your frustration, confront your pain. These are the trials of the Christ awakening in you. These are the way. So it's like the caterpillar becoming a butterfly. So unless the caterpillar becomes mush, it cannot become a butterfly. So these are the trials. Sometimes you have to turn things upside down to see the right side up. Be just as you wish to be. As you wish. It means I love you. yourself. When you finally say, I really want to be myself, what you're saying, I'm going to begin to love me as I am. As I am, without changing nothing. I'm just going to love myself as you am. But to do that, it doesn't mean only in words, but it means also this, that you feel it. That's enough.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Father.
Father. That was
Thank
great.
you, Father.
Any questions? It was very deep and profound.
Yes.
I'll send you your